Devotion 2022 opens during the Korean War era, introducing two U.S. Navy aviators whose lives become deeply connected by courage, loyalty, and sacrifice. Lieutenant Tom Hudner arrives at a frosty base, eager yet uncertain, while Lieutenant Jesse Brown stands out as the Navy's first black carrier pilot, already proven and respected. Their first meeting is tense but respectful, shaped by competitive flying and unspoken social barriers. As they train together, both men slowly recognize the skill and determination each brings, forming a partnership that will soon be tested under the harsh realities of war and personal prejudice. As their squadron prepares for deployment, Jesse Brown's personal life is revealed through his loving relationship with his wife Daisy and their young daughter. Despite facing discrimination, Jesse remains focused on becoming the best pilot he can be, carrying the weight of representation with quiet strength. Hudner, who comes from a privileged background, begins to understand Jesse's struggles and admires his resilience. Their friendship grows during flight drills and off-duty conversations, where humor and honesty bridge their differences. Both pilots know that soon they will leave behind comfort and safety, stepping into a dangerous and unpredictable battlefield. When the squadron arrives aboard their aircraft carrier, the reality of war becomes immediate and intense. The pilots face freezing temperatures, enemy fire, and constant risk every time they take to the sky. Jesse proves himself repeatedly, showing calm precision and bravery in combat missions. Hudner, flying alongside him, gains confidence while learning to trust Jesse completely. Each successful sortie strengthens their bond, even as danger lurks in every cloud and mountain. Through radio chatter and shared glances in the cockpit, the two men rely on each other not just as pilots, but as brothers fighting for survival. Between missions, the pilots gather to unwind, sharing stories, jokes, and moments of vulnerability. Hudner starts to see the heavy emotional burden Jesse carries, especially when thinking about Daisy and their child back home. Jesse, in turn, appreciates Hudner's loyalty and straightforward kindness. The war feels endless, and every takeoff could be the last, yet these moments of friendship provide comfort. Their squadron becomes a family, united by fear and determination. Even in laughter, the tension of possible loss remains, reminding everyone that the sky offers no guarantees, only the chance to keep flying. During a particularly dangerous mission over North Korea, Jesse's aircraft is hit by enemy fire, forcing him to crash land in the snowy mountains. Hudner watches helplessly as his friend goes down, knowing the freezing conditions and injuries make survival uncertain. Against orders, Hudner makes the bold decision to crash his own plane nearby in an attempt to rescue Jesse. Crawling through the snow, he reaches his friend, who is trapped in the wreckage. Despite his desperate efforts, Jesse's injuries are too severe, and the cold quickly drains his remaining strength. Hudner stays with Jesse in his final moments, offering comfort and refusing to leave him alone. Jesse speaks of Daisy and his daughter, expressing love and hope even as he faces death. Their bond is no longer just about flying, it becomes a deeply human connection defined by loyalty and compassion. When rescue helicopters finally arrive, it is too late to save Jesse. Hudner is forced to leave his friend behind, carrying guilt and heartbreak back to the carrier. The loss shakes the entire squadron, reminding them of the true cost of war and the fragility of life. Back on the carrier, Jesse's death leaves a painful silence among the pilots. Hudner struggles with grief, replaying the crash and his failed rescue in his mind. Daisy is informed of her husband's death, facing unimaginable sorrow with quiet dignity. The Navy honors Jesse for his bravery, acknowledging his groundbreaking role as a pilot and his ultimate sacrifice. Hudner, though praised for his heroic attempt, feels empty without his friend. He begins to understand that courage is not only shown in battle, but also in facing loss, memory, and the responsibility to keep telling Jesse's story. As the war continues, Hudner carries Jesse's spirit into every mission, flying with renewed purpose and respect for the risks they all take. He writes to Daisy, offering support and sharing memories of her husband's bravery and kindness. These letters become a bridge between the battlefield and home, keeping Jesse's legacy alive. Hudner also works to ensure that Jesse's contributions are properly recognized within the Navy. Through these efforts, he transforms his grief into devotion, honoring the man who not only saved his life in the air, but also changed his heart forever. Years later, Hudna and Daisy meet, sharing stories that bring both pain and comfort. They reflect on Jesse's dreams, his love for flying, and his dedication to family and country. The memory of Jesse remains powerful, not just as a fallen hero, but as a symbol of perseverance against prejudice and fear. Hudna realizes that their friendship represents something larger than war, proving that trust and respect can overcome barriers. Together, they ensure Jesse's name is never forgotten, teaching future generations about his courage, his humanity, and the devotion that defined his remarkable life. Devotion concludes by honoring Jesse Brown's legacy and the unbreakable bond he shared with Tom Hudna. The film highlights not only the thrilling danger of aerial combat, but also the emotional depth of friendship forged under pressure. Through sacrifice, loyalty, and love, both men leave a lasting mark on history. Jesse's story becomes a reminder that true heroism lies in character as much as in skill. Hudna's lifelong commitment to remembering his friend shows that devotion does not end with death. Instead, it lives on in memory, respect, and the courage to keep flying forward.